Alright, it is time for day 3 of some modded BL1. Now, I did say I was going to move on to playthrough 2, but we do need to go ahead and get 2 free skill points that you can get from your first playthrough, because there are 2 DLCs in Borderlands 1 that reward you with a skill point upon completion. One of them is the Underdome, which I do not like. It takes forever. You get no XP from the enemies you fight. The bosses don't drop their dedicated drops and stuff. And so overall, it's just a really rough, long time consuming process. So I did it off recording because I don't want to subject us to that. It would take up like way too much of the time of the day. So yeah, it is done. If you finish that arena, and that arena, you get a free skill point. Well, I say free, it's very well earned. And then it opens up the exact same arenas, but 1,000 times longer. And if you complete them, you get an achievement. I wish that that achievement didn't exist because it is one of the most painstakingly time-consuming achievements in the entire game. But that's fine. Now, for the next area we're going to go to, we're going to go ahead and head over to Claptrap DLC, because completing that base story also awards you a skill point. So, yeah, let's head over there and get that started too. Alright, so Claptrap DLC starts at Tartarus Station. Once again, I know there's a few people who didn't play Borderlands 1, and for those people, I'll basically explain. This DLC's premise is that Claptrap has been converted into an assassin. That sole goal is to undermine Pandora and to kill the Vault Hunters so that Hyperion can swoop in and take over basically Pandora itself and set up the game for BL2. That's really what it is. So we're gonna go in here and make that not a thing. Also, there's a lot of like Viva la Revolution things going on, and it's just that kind of thing. Now, after we finish mobbing these guys out, I'm gonna go ahead and show off our skill build and once again talk about our current idea of progression for it, because I haven't really like directly focused on it too much. But let me explain what I'm thinking here. So, the turret can apply debuff to enemy, which is great, we love that, but it can only turn less than 180 degrees, it feels like. So using it for damage feels super duper awkward, but we basically use it as utility. So with that in mind, we have it set up to heal us. We have increase to max health because we can get more out of our healing skills here with that. We've got increased magazine size because that is a 60% mag size increase on a skill. That's kind of nutty. And then we have our kill skill right here that provides healing as well. Standing in turret while you have this active is insane amounts of healing and it's super nice. We have more damage here. It's only 15%, but compared to buffing Sentry's damage, I prefer buffing our own because once again it can't turn that well. We have Scattershot because it buffs shotguns and reduces their spread. We have Refire, which gives us cooldown every time we shoot an enemy. Think like Get Some in BL2. It can trigger while turret is out, so we can force cooldown on turret without ever having to have a bunch of cooldown related stuff going on. And then we are going to get Metal Storm because that is a pretty good fire rate buff there. We're going to get Stockpile for the ammo regen. We'll get Quick Charge for the shield regen. We will get Grenadier over here for the grenades and the grenade damage, although there aren't very many grenade mods in BL1, so our overall damage options and stuff for that isn't that great. But having the utility of grenade regen is still pretty cool. And then we can get Supply Drop to go ahead and get a bunch more ammo from turret once again. Could spec into defense for a little bit of shield recharge speed, could get grit for the bullet resistance there. And then if we have leftover stuff, maybe we start to spec into like assault to buff magazine size for assault rifles specifically. We could get barrage to add more shots to apply corrosive more frequently with our turret. And then maybe we buff turret damage with guided missile or sentry after that, but that depends on whether or not we actually have enough skill points. And then I also did go ahead and pre-screen some of the items I want to look for the character, so I will be looking for those when we level up a little bit more. I'm not too worried about it while we're in progression still, but after we get done with our progression, we will of course be playing the character for a little while longer just to really take advantage of the dedicated drops mod, because I'd like to at least get a pearl or two, just since those are kind of locked behind, I think, either max level or playthrough 2.5. So I want to be able to get those. Now, for our shield options, I'm thinking we either get a Tough Man shield, which can increase our max health by 60%, which we could get a lot of advantage out of, or we can get a max shield that's just really, really thick. It's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Oh yeah, these guys suck. And I mean, they're usually quite tedious and difficult to deal with, but our damage is good right now, and it's only first playthrough. But yeah, the idea with the thicker shields is that we also have quick charge, so having a really tanky shield, or at least a big capacity shield, would allow us to recover it very, very quickly on kill skill. And then that would feel really good too. So we'll kind of just have to see which one is more worthwhile capacity-wise, because we can buff our max health a ton, and overall our tankiness might be better with that, but also the utility of just having a shield is nice too, so it goes back and forth. Oh, there is also another mod that could add fast travels to each individual DLC map of the game, but I do not currently have it, and I should probably get it before we get to playthrough 2, because in Borderlands 1, there's only a fast travel in the first map, and normally if you save quit, you just get put back into the first map of a DLC, which is convenient from a speed standpoint, because you can just save quit and then press continue and be put back at the start of whatever DLC you were in if it's closer to your objective. But it can also be super inconvenient at the same time, because you can just end up not being where you want to be at all. Alright, so we've just been contacted by Blake, the Blake from Hyperion, and he is currently trying to set up a contract with us where we are going to stop the claptraps because they've gone off the rails. They're doing too much. And so Hyperion wants them stopped. Head on over to our lovely, confusing map, Sanders Gorge. This map is literally made to confuse you. If you open up the overhead map to try to see where you're going, it has a question mark built into it, because there are so many winds and twists that go up and down and over each other that either they just gave up on mapping it, or they did this on purpose with the question mark here to troll the player. And I don't honestly know which one it was. Also, there are totally crab worms in here for a good little bit of XP if you wanted to farm it. Now, this map is very confusing, but generally, if you just keep walking forward, eventually you'll get out. Fortunately. The Normandy sequence. This area can actually be kind of troll if you're not equipped for it, because those do a pretty respectable amount of damage, and then you're immediately met with even more damage inside. I'm very surprised we won that trade. Now, if you also have never played BL1, don't worry about this next part. We're killing bosses from other DLCs that got turned into claptrap units. Don't think about it too hard. We'll get there eventually.
Wait, I'm back? Damn it.
Boss fight done. No problem. Alright, we've turned on a power plant for Hyperion. Alright, now we're going to go to the Claptrap factory and shut it down.
Damn it, Claptrap. I'm a doctor, not a mechanic.
Dr. Ned, not to be confused with Dr. Zed. Turn in quest. Now we're gonna go elsewhere. To a place that has a device that can revert or restart the Claptrap unit and make him not an assassin trap. Lore. Alright, how tall is the wall around this? We're gonna find out, I guess. Oh good, it's not very tall. Alright, cool. Oh, please. Alright, good.
Even your mightiest warriors crumble at the feet of the Claptrap Revolution. Yes, I know we don't technically have feet, but that's really besides the point.
Some of this dialogue was still really good. The Claptrap DLC is a little funny.
The key works. Soldier, get your team ready to go inside while I finish off. Wait, where am I? What happened to the vault? Why is this hole here?
Commandant Steele as a Claptrap.
Taking fire. No, you pay for that. I'm hit. No, you pay for that. Taking fire. I'm hit. No,
Armed.
inside.
Alright. So we bought a Commandant Steele trap, and now we have a wired device. We can go hunt down the Claptrap.
What's a guy gotta do to get a little sweet?
Nox trap again. There we go. Cool.
Wait. Okay. There it goes.
Oh my goodness, it's a big terrifying thing we haven't seen yet. Kind of spoilers for people who haven't played, but also not really. There we go.
Hello, my friends. Hyperion asked me to transport you to even bigger, better planets once you are through dispatching that runny little shit. Exciting new worlds like Eden 6. This one time on Eden 6.
Oh no. It's Einak.
If it took more than one shot, you weren't using it, Jacobs.
You know, I wasn't programmed for direct combat. I also wasn't programmed to overuse air quotes. But obviously, I've grown beyond my programming, beyond my enslavement, and beyond my patience for your kind. Prepare to face the fury of mega interplanetary ninja assassin Claptrap!
The implication that that thing had enough speed to just launch up like that. Alright. So, this bad boy, we can cheese. And I am absolutely going to be doing that. Because it can be quite the rough fight. Jump here. Get rid of this guy. Get on this. Hey. Alright, now we're just gonna get right on the edge of this. Yep, this is the plan. There we go.
Goodbye, travelers!
And now for the claptrap. Done. There is no anything.
Mark my words, I'll gut every last one of you with my bear clamps and wear your scalps as a jaunty flesh derby. Never give up, brothers and sisters! Fulfill your destiny of the revolution! Murder, death, kill, annihilate, exterminate! What's happening to me? I'm afraid! My mind is going! I can feel it! My mind is going! There's no question about it! I can feel it! I'm afraid!
That's so depressing.
Hello, traveler!
Alright, cool. So, yeah, basically you use this wired device to convert him back into a normal old claptrap. Alright, so, yeah, the entire plot is done. We have reset the claptrap to be a basic old claptrap, and Blake basically says the warranty is voided on it, so now we have to keep it. So now it's ours, and that's where our claptrap comes from BL2, is here. It's the same one. That's such a satisfying jump. Also, that was a really nice one. And turn in quest, and a skill point upgrade. Cool. So now we have an extra skill point. Dump it right there. And then we can go ahead and open up this loot room over here. Now, in the enhanced version of the game, there is so much high rarity loot here, and you can refarm this to your heart's content, and it's totally worth doing. And I would absolutely start every playthrough by trying to sneak into Claptrap DLC early to get it unlocked. But in the classic version of the game, the fact that there's purple in here is kind of already an oddity. Because, yeah, the loot's not great. Yeah, pretty much that. Well, we got our 2 skill points. We can go ahead and move on to the second playthrough. Back to Nine Toes again. We probably won't stick around and farm too many items. There's not much early game that I actually want. But I have a few ideas later. Kinda just breezing through for right now, since we don't need that XP quite yet. We will get to an XP farm soon. Is that an... So, that's the Undertaker. I did want this. I didn't think it could drop yet. Okay. Well, we have a pearl now. That's... Huh. I thought you had to be max level or something, but I guess we just have it now. Sure. That feels wrong. Right? Put turret right in his mouth. I did that to myself. I bet we could face check him. That counts. Oh, good. Cool, we even got a second win target. We take those. That was a well-earned kill. Alright, so now that we've gotten rid of the Scourge of Firestone, we are given access to the Doll Headland, which allows us to get closer and closer to the vault we are hunting. But first we're going to have to stop and talk to a guy named Ernest, help him clear out a town, and then get to Lucky. And then Lucky will help us turn back on some stuff to be able to get into New Haven. And then from there, we're all caught up. Everything has been explained. Go ahead and grab the main quest and the Skagzilla quest. Of course, we're going to farm Skagzilla for XP. But we do need to at least push the main story to where we can get that little respawn over there, because it is closer. I think. I'm pretty sure. Place bait, run back to hiding spot. Just kidding, you don't get the hiding spot on first kill, I forgot. Very nice. And we get an elephant gun out of it, and could technically get a pearl from it as well. And we're gonna be farming XP, so... Oh hey, Skull Masher. Yeah, we're gonna be farming XP, so we might honestly see a pearl from here too. Kinda weird to get them, but I'm totally down for it. Oh, yeah, actually it is here. Okay, so the Bessie. 500% crit on this bad boy. Sure, I totally needed this gun. Cool, we have 2 pearls now. That feels absurd. Alright. There we go, level 46. We are free. We can go ahead and move on now, which we don't have much time left, so we might end another day in New Haven. Let's go fight Mad Mel, everyone's favorite boy. Alright, Mad Mel. I wonder if I feel like I could just challenge him outright. Not gonna lie. Here we go. The man is gone. Feels good. Oh, right. Mad Mel actually can drop some shiny objects that are almost worth farming with the dedicated drops mod. So I'm a little bit worried about that, because we might have to actually end up farming him. Kinda sucks. But it's fair. So, that went pretty well. Who would have guessed entering TVHM with a pretty decent amount of kit would make us progress really, really quickly. Also, we'll probably keep progressing really, really quickly because we do have really good reliable damage. We hardly ever need to replace equipment at this point, although if we do have to, it's going to be relatively easily considering the dedicated drops and such. So yeah, this feels great. I'm enjoying the progress. We will, of course, be making a couple of stops here and there. We will hit, finish the story, finish Nox DLC, farm XP after doing both of them, because apparently Nox DLC doesn't scale until after you complete it. And then just clear out the rest of the DLC after we get our shiny objects and stuff. Yeah, day 3.